Our focus turned to black conservatives who support President Trump. This is an issue that's ripped from the pages of Nation.com, an article there. Some have accused President Trump of racism on multiple occasions. Last year, he said black voters are drawn to him because of his criminal indictments and mugshot, a statement some have called racist, while black conservative supporters not speaking out, according to critics, is an issue. Is there any truth to black conservatives being at peace with this so-called racism? Or is this the answer more complex? Joining us to talk about it here on The Factor Uncensored tonight, members of the Urban Conservatives of America, Rael Williams, Alexandra Butler, the group's founder, Jonathan McCullough, and former president of NAACP, Brazoria County, Eugene Howard, who's not a member of the group, and you'll soon see. But let's begin with you guys. For those who say there's a lot of racism that you have to stomach as a black conservative supporting President Trump, what would you say to that?
Okay, so today we are going to MAGA world. We are entering MAGAverse, so prepare your brain, get your Tylenol ready, Tylenol, Advil, whatever painkiller you need, because by the end of this video, you you will have a headache. Probably whatever, your brain is gonna be mashed like mashed potatoes. So it's just gonna be a painful experience. I apologize in advance because these videos are normally like rage bait. The aim is to rile you up and make you angry. But we have to face it. As a black person, this voice is of a black person. So as a black person, I wanted to look at it. I saw this video. I found it interesting. So let's dive in. Prepare your brain. I apologize in advance. Please give me a like and a subscription. Okay, hold on to your whatever you're holding on to. Clench your butt cheeks. You're about to go on a crazy ride. Let's go.
Personally, I would say that I've ignored a lot of racism from the left. When Joe Biden said that black people, or excuse me, he said poor people are just as bright and talented as white people, that's a racist comment. There's types of racism that seem to go ignored and unnoticed by the left and the right, but it's the racism of low expectations that I can't ignore. And so that's why I brought that up first, is because the racism that they want us to overlook is the racism coming from the left.
Wait, so these people can never answer a direct question. Like you have to be, there's something wrong with you. If I ask you, what are you holding in your hand? And then you start going on, I woke up this morning and then I went and took a shower and all this nonsense. Just answer the question directly as you are asked. But because you don't have an answer, they go into this, Joe Biden, the left this, the left that. Like it is so stupid. It is mind numbing. Like already I'm feeling my brain, I've lost some percentage already on my brain matter. Like, my goodness, how are we gonna go through this video? But okay, let's continue. It's too early to be worked up already, but let's continue. Already they said they ignore racism from the left, did not answer the question. Let's see if one of them will answer the question.
All right, let's go down the line, sir, Mr. McCullough.
Yes. Well, racism to me is not what someone says, it's what they do. And I think this is what makes us different from the left, because we're not watching, what people is saying, we're watching what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, a leader, a president, a politician, whatever you are, is based on policy. So if you can show me policy that affects or that you can call racism, then I'll agree. But up to this point, I have yet to see anything that he's put into law that affects black people negatively.
My goodness. What's happening here? But why am I surprised? I've said in the previous video, I read a comment that said, if you could reason with MAGA, there would be no MAGA. So I don't even know why I'm getting worked up, but let's just watch and see what's going to happen down the line, round and round. the wheels of the bus, of the short bus, go round and round.
Watch that.
All right. Mr. Williams, Ultra MAGA. What you got?
Ultra MAGA, Ultra MAGA. Trump has been great for black people. If you look at the statistics, black unemployment was at the highest rates when he was in office. You go down and you look at, he just declassified the MLK files, something Barack Obama didn't do when he was in office.
Of course not.
So
Go ahead,
I mean, you people are saying he's racist, but he's doing things that presidents that were of color didn't even do.
That's right.
I mean,
One.
hold on, wait, let me finish.
It's only been one. Don't say it. It's only been one.
So again, Trump is the man. I support him hands down because what he's done for black people is literally like you can't compare it to anything.
Right.
And before we get to Eugene, let me ask you this question, the crux of that interview, that article. Do you see racism in the conservative movement that you're a part of? Obviously, you've already said you see it everywhere, but do you see it in the organization? Either of you?
Well, here's the thing. How are we defining racism? Once again, I mean, if we're going to define racism and get...
Okay, really, you know what racism is. So just tell me if you have seen it, if you experienced.
I know what racism is, but I can't speak for everybody else.
Well, let me say something.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Alexandra.
so when somebody on the left sees me, a black woman, and just assumes I'm poor or ignorant, or they're like, "Oh my goodness, you speak so well," they're so shocked about that. Why are they shocked about it? That is racism. I overlook that a lot because I'm saying they don't know any better. That happens to me a lot from people on the left. They think that they're my ally. I need their hand. I need them to come in and save me. And I don't. I need God. I don't need them. They're not my Messiah or my Savior. So Malcolm X said it best. You know, the liberal is the enemy of the black man. And we can see it right clearly before our eyes. They look at us like we're scum. They look at us like we're poor. And black people are falling for the okie doke, and they're saying, oh, the white man is better than us. He's supreme over us. That's what white supremacy is. Right. I don't believe anybody is superior over me. I don't live my life that way. So I just live according to freedom and liberty.
All right, let's hear from Eugene.
Please, man, I've been in this twilight zone. Like, I've been patiently over here at the tail dog position. So first of all, if you can't see the racism, your eyes are just closed. You said it's not about what people say about policy, so let's just run it down real quick. They removed the Harriet Tubman from the National Archives. So, I mean, Harriet was what? I'm sorry, the Trump administration. I'm going to be very clear.
But they didn't.
I'm sorry, they did, and
You're
because
wrong.
of that. No.
Okay,
I let them speak.
Hold on, real quick, guys. Let him go, and then we have two segments.
Thank you. They removed it, and then they had to put it back after backlash. The same thing they did with the Tuskegee Airmen. They removed that and had to put that back. Trump is literally trying to dismantle black America. They literally had an executive order to the Smithsonian that did not want to fund African American Cultural Museum because they feel like that's anti-racism or that's reverse racism. Now, as we sit here, we have to be intellectually honest because you guys are being intellectually dishonest. If you can't sit here and tell us, everyone's watching on TV. Don't take my word for it.
You've lied on
TV.
Okay, as you can see already, there's a lot of interruption. It's like the Piers Morgan show. Piers freaking Morgan. Piers Morgan show, where it's like the Maori show. Everybody interrupts whenever like some truth is about to come out. Like they all pounce on it. Like they pounce on it to prevent whatever is about to be said from coming out. Because you have to realize that there is this in this sphere of MAGA world, in the MAGAverse, there is this section of black conservatives. You can make a lot of money as a black conservative. There is a lot of money to be made. So everybody, most of these people, they know exactly what they're doing. Do you think Byron Donalds and Candace Owen don't know what they're doing? They know exactly what they're doing. There is a lot of money to be made in conservative media. If I wanted to be, I don't know, the next Byron Donalds, you just shut off your brain. You know the way they're doing with the tariffs on and off. You just shut off your brain. You go ramble whatever nonsense you think of, and then you're gonna be fine financially. People, you're gonna be set, because liberal media is different. They don't really allow that. So it is quite different. And this, I'm an independent. I'm not conservative. I'm not liberal. I'm not, Democrat. I'm not Republican. I am for using I like to use my brain. I like to use my logic. That's how I use it. And if somebody is insulting you, and day in, day out, and you are in the same party with Marjorie Taylor Greene, same party with Nick Fuentes, same party with all these people, and then you claim, oh wait, there is no racism here. There is no racism. It's all nice. We are holding hands, singing Kumbaya. It's all lovey-dovey here. Either you have to get paid for that, or you're just stupid. It's one of the two. Either you have to get paid, or if you're not getting paid, you're an idiot. So I think these people are getting paid. They're doing it for a business. Maybe they have their own platforms. Which reminds me, please like and subscribe so we can grow this channel. But let's continue.
You see it yourself. Listen, I'm reading for myself. All I've heard about the left this. What about this? Last time I checked, the Trump administration is the one cutting the Medicaid, cutting Social Security, cutting Medicare. They're the ones that's cutting education. Last time I checked, Joe Biden, you talked about unemployment was the lowest under Donald Trump. My guy. Joe Biden had the lowest unemployment. Like you guys want to forget about that.
You voted for Joe Biden.
I mean, you can cherry pick that. You can cherry pick whatever you want, just like Trump said. Just like Trump said, if you're a felon, you like
Eugene. Let's hear from Mr. McCullough.
Well, basically, he's proven the point. He started talking about the
policies.
No, you
policies.
didn't.
That's what I started talking about.
Let me talk.
Policies.
You started, his whole conversation was
policies.
About statues and this, that, and the third in Washington, D.C.
Policies.
What does that have to do with the price of gas? Nothing.
What does that have to do with, what does the price of gas have to do with being black?
What I'm saying.
What does the price of gas have to do with being black?
Listen. Being black is not my choice.
The viewer can't understand your point.
I'm sorry.
We're going to take a quick break here.
People are getting heated over here. People are getting heated. I think I'm going to take that Tylenol already. I might need to take another one by the end of this video. But let's continue. Like and subscribe.
And nothing to be with gas.
Okay, 1 second, Eugene. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue this conversation after the break. If I don't, I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. We're continuing our conversation about the outlook of or being at peace with so-called racism antics in the conservative movement. Our guests are here, and they all say that just doesn't happen. And we will pick back up with Mr. McCullough. Your thoughts now after hearing Eugene.
Well, as I said, one thing that I don't do, once again, I could care less about what people says or what someone else's interpretation about what they said. I'm a free thinker. I process it, I listen to it, and I watch. If Donald Trump is the problem, why do our communities look the way they look? Explain that to me. How? How is that possible? How is it possible?
I mean, it's a system.
Answer that question. Whose system? Is it Donald Trump's system?
It's called systemic issues, brother. It's more than one.
Oh, so it's not Trump, it's systemic.
Bro, just don't try to change the subject because you don't want to be down
I'm trying
with
to
Trump.
remain on the subject.
I'm willing to say there's systemic issues, there's systemic problems in this country. There has been since 1619, since we got here, bro. So if you want to talk about that, we can talk about why our housing look like they do. Or if you want to talk about slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, we can go down the list, bro.
I got a question.
So, we have to be intellectually honest.
Okay, let's be intellectually honest. Let me tell you something. The black community is the most dangerous place in the world for a black man. So if we want to be intellectually honest, am I right or wrong?
You're wrong.
Okay, so now they are diverting from whatever the topic is. The topic was, do black conservatives overlook racism? But now they bring it to the community. So I am not black American. I am African. So the issues of black Americans I cannot really speak of because I was not born or raised here as a black American. But, however, what I do know is, for certain, Donald Trump does not give a flying rat's ass in a jacuzzi or whatever. I don't know. That makes no sense. He doesn't give a flying whatever about the black community. He does not give a crap about any poor community. That includes white poor people. You know why? Just look at the policies. Who's getting the tax cuts? Who is benefiting from this tariff on, tariff off? Who's going to be hurt the most? You look at the actions of the man and then you see for yourself. What these people are doing, they are distorting reality to try to make it seem like, I don't know, like this guy is the Lord and Savior, is going to be... Actually, I should not be speaking that much. I might end up in an El Salvador prison right now. So before I'm sent to El Salvador, guys, please like and subscribe. But let's finish the 2-3 minutes of this.
And
Yeah.
Mr. McCullough,
That's
for
not
those who
reality.
are wondering what you're talking, explain that.
Well, it's dangerous. Let's just be real. Listen, the violent culture in the black community will not be addressed by black people because we're too busy worried about white supremacy, right? The safest place is the white community. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Keep it 100. Then-
He keeps saying we got to be intellectually
But he can't.
honest, but you have to first be an intellectual to be honest. So we're seeing right now.
Hold on, so you
no,
gonna take a
excuse
jab?
me. We're
Hold on,
seeing.
no,
Yeah,
no,
I
we're
did.
not gonna
Hold on,
So we're
Eugene.
seeing.
Let
We're seeing.
Alexander
We're
finish.
seeing weaponized incompetence in action through when Trump gets rid of redundant civil rights bills, DEI
Right.
bills. We're seeing weaponized incompetence. Oh, he got rid of this. He must hate black people. So let's end all this for black people. Somebody at the top of another part of an organization is the one doing that. Trump didn't say, "I'm writing an executive order to get rid of Harriet Tubman." He never said any of these things.
No.
So you're being intellectually dishonest.
I'm not. It's called an administration.
No,
So
that's
hold
a
on, let me
lie.
go
Okay,
back.
let's
'Cause
hear
she-
from
'cause she
Eugene
said
really
I'm
quick, and
not
then you,
an
Mr.
intellect-
Williams.
Okay, so let me just clarify first of all. I have no problem with black conservatives. You can be a black conservative. I don't have a problem with black Democrats. I have no problem with black conservatives. What I have problem with is MAGA. That's it, MAGA. You can be a conservative, typical Republican, Mitt Romney guy, whatever. I have no problem with it. But MAGA, the MAGA cult, those are the people I do have a problem with because, like I said, if you could reason with MAGA, there will be no MAGA. There are only 3 reasons. Let me tell you the 3 reasons why you support MAGA. If you support MAGA. Number 1, you are ignorant. Okay? I know it sounds rough. It sounds bad, like an insult. But you are ignorant. Number 2, you are rich. If you're a rich person, I don't mean like you make 100K a year. I mean like you are a multi-millionaire, over 10 million net worth. I would support MAGA if I was a sellout. Number 3, you are evil. You can be 2 of the 3, ignorant, evil, or rich. Pick where you go. You can be 2, 1 or 2 of the 3. You are ignorant, you're evil, or you are rich. That is why you would support MAGA. Some are rich, so they're supporting it because they want to maintain their wealth. Others are rich and evil, so they're evil. They want the policies to hurt other people. Others are just ignorant. They don't know that supporting these people are going to hurt me. Others are ignorant and evil, so they're ignorant. They don't know what's best for them, and they're evil because they want to see other people hurt by the policies. So let me repeat for the people in the back. 3 reasons you want to support MAGA. You're ignorant, you're evil, or rich. 2 of the 3. Pick. Continue.
Next.
Okay, as the only sensible black person sitting up here, like on TV, let's let them decide who has the intellect and who doesn't as we sit here and speak policy. Now, secondly, you talk about actions. Going back to Harriet Tubman, you know, Harriet Tubman did have a little tool that she used to carry. All I would say is, like, I'm so glad we all free, because all of us wouldn't have made it if we was walking with Harriet right now. Because all of us would not have made it. Because Harriet was very strict, because we all know all skin folk ain't kinfolk, all skin folk ain't down for the struggle. There's no way.
That's some emotional jargon.
You can say whatever it is.
That's emotional.
There's no place.
Emotionalism.
Hold on, let me finish my point. If you want to say if you want to say the most dangerous place for a black man is the black community, there's no place safe.
Let me tell you something. Facts prove that.
You know what? The most dangerous place is the womb of a black woman.
Let's hear
worse.
from Mr. Williams.
Black communities have the highest crime rates, Isaiah.
Keep it real.
I mean, let's just be honest, all right? Like,
Yes.
you right.
And they also have the highest poverty. Is poverty not a part of that?
Hold on, let me
We're not
finish.
talking about
But if you're talking about Donald Trump and what he's done for black people,
What has he
you
done?
got to remember.
Please tell me
when
what he's
Jesse
done.
Jackson, right?
What has Donald Trump
did he
done?
do for him?
Tell me what Donald Trump
did
done.
he do for Jesse
Eugene, let him
Jackson?
finish. Let him
Gotcha.
What did
finish,
he do?
Eugene.
He helped Jesse Jackson form Black Wall Street.
Dog, we talking.
Okay,
What
hold on, wait,
He did.
hold on. He gave how much to the black community?
I don't know, you tell me.
Close to $80 billion.
$80 billion.
$80 billion.
In what? In what?
$80 billion.
In what?
What you talking
You gotta do
about?
your research.
You just can't throw numbers out. And he
But you
gave
throwing
$80 billion.
rhetoric out.
Was it education? Was it housing?
Hey,
Was
one
it
at a time, guys.
reform?
One at a
Yes,
time.
yes.
One at a time.
Don't say yes.
All of
Like,
this.
give me something. I gave you the policy.
Go research,
you
bro.
already
Oh,
said
man,
it.
come on. Y'all the intellectual. Remember,
Okay, that's it, man. I can't take it anymore. They are giving me a headache. The conversation went totally left, and they all lost their cool. They lost their cool. Nothing was solved, and as far as I can see, no question was answered. Do black conservatives overlook racism? They did not answer that. What they said was, well, people on the left do this, and then the guy who was supposed to be the voice of reason, he lost his cool also and started, going all these skin folks are not, or whatever. I forgot the saying. Basically meaning not people who look the same as you. Not all of them have the best interest. But anyway, that was enough entering the MAGA world for me. Please, first of all, pray for me I don't end in an El Salvador prison. And if I don't end up in an El Salvador prison, like, subscribe, and share this on all the networks. I'll see you next time.
Oh my goodness, all the networks. Wow. All the networks.